a Ramborgian story of two men. The two men stood in front of John Rambo, and John Rambo said to these two men, "All right, gentlemen, please take a seat." When that was said, the man on the left was confused and was asking John Rambo, Sir, there are no seats. How are we supposed to sit down?" "Just simply sit down, sir," said John Rambo to the confused man, "like our clearly Ramborgian friend." After that was said, the confused man looked to the man on his side, and doing so brought him a dropped jaw and wide eyes, leaving him speechless. The man was sitting on his testicles, and he replied to the speechless man trollishly, "I don't understand your problem, sir." With slight anger, John Rambo replied, "Well, it's quite clear, he is not a Ramborgian." Referring to the digital gonorrhea, John Rambo asked the testicular man, "Do you have it, sir?" And with pride, he said, "Yes, Sir Rambo." The non-testicular man was beginning to feel scared and was backing away. He stuttered out, Digital what?" He backed up and got stuck in some sticky, ojacular paste, and he could not get out. And before he could do anything else, he was trapped and stabbed in the cheek with a syringe full of delicious digital gonorrhea. While sadistically stroking his beard, John Rambo said, "Yes, yes, I like what I'm seeing." The digital gonorrhea had soon took effect. The man was finally able to sit on his testicles. In the end, all three of them cheered. Ramborgian Revolution!
Do you feel that? Do you feel that in your bowels? Do you? Do you, John? Do you feel it?
Yes.
In the bowels? You feel it in the bowels?
Among other places.
It's time for JohnRamboPresents, the show. My name is John, and I am joined by the pulpiest of the pulp, the juiciest of the juicy, the ponytailist of the ponytailers. OJ is here.
Hello, everybody.
OJ, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right today.
That was a beautiful intro today. Did you see the whole thing? Were you able to?
Yes, I
observe?
did. That was pretty amazing.
It's by our friend Mr. Kyle Charles, who's one of my favorite people in the world. He's an incredible guy. MadHead Productions on YouTube. All kinds of great videos. I actually really enjoy the stuff he makes, and I should check it out. And That was a lot of fun, man. There's a little. I should have thought of something like that, you know.
Yeah, I gotta tell you though, the narration, the way his voice worked,
the
was
cadence,
really well.
The cadence of the voice.
Not to mention the fact that the way that your lines sound like things you would actually say.
It sounds like me. It's not that hard to do me.
Yes, yes, I like what I'm seeing.
That's something I would say.
Yes, yes,
I
it is.
I don't even realize it. You know, that's how it goes. But it was great stuff. He had a very nice speaking voice. I want him to call me every night before I go to sleep and read me a story. Similar to that one, I would have pleasant dreams for once. Not the insane ones I have of OJ running around with the pulp and all that. But, so John, you've got a nice show today, man.
Bam.
Excited about the show. Are you excited about the show?
Yeah.
I believe you.
You do believe
We
me.
got Mr. Ed Trotta. Ed Trotta will be here for his July appearance. He's going to be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, about an hour from now. So that's it's always a treat. It's a great honor, sir. You know,
It is. Just the fact that we get an hour of his time every month.
It's more than we deserve, quite frankly.
Honestly, yeah.
You know, and we were talking about Comic-Con was last week. I don't know if people know about that. It's a little event that happened. A couple things went on there. You know, I think we're probably the only ones that will be reporting on it. So that's an important service that we're providing the internet today. And we're talking about that, and we had some other stuff going on. So it should be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
No guarantees, no promises. One thing I want to bring up as we start here, I didn't tell you about this yet, but the show number 84, John. You remember the show number 84? Do you remember anything about it?
That was 10 shows ago, right?
Could you tell us one thing that happened on that show?
If you give me 30 seconds, I can.
No, we're never out cheating. So if you remember episode 84, was when that bizarre creature appeared, that bizarre robot, John.
Oh, that one, yeah.
The YouTube robot invaded the show, and he looked like a filthy toy of some sort, of a machine that was disgusting, and he was spouting lies about us.
I think it was filthy.
How he doesn't want us to be on the YouTube anymore, which I can understand. And a lot of people said, well, that's not really YouTube. You guys made that thing. John created that in his basement, took him all day. These are the kind of things he does with himself. Instead of working at a real job.
Oh.
This is what people said. It's hurtful. What happened yesterday, John? I got an email from YouTube yesterday saying that, and everyone could go check this out if you want, that the video violated copyright laws. I don't even know what's in there that could possibly do that. And they've muted the entire track on the video. So you tell me, does that not prove? Does 1 and 1 not equal 2, John?
Is this the universe from 1984?
Yes. Anyway, so it proves to me that was in fact YouTube, the video where YouTube's attacking us, and they took the audio off. So, kind of an interesting turn of events, isn't it?
I don't Yeah, it's not. Did we play music in that episode?
There was nothing in there. You can go check it out. There's nothing in there that.
Well, we used to be able to check it out. Oh, we can download the MP3, right?
Well, you can watch it. You just can't listen to it. It's 2 hours of just nothing.
In protest, everyone, stop the video and the MP3 at the same time.
Yeah. So what you can do is I put a link there. If you ever want to watch the episode, I don't really know why you'd want to, but it was a fun one actually. It was a good one. I put the link for the Twitch. On Twitch, you can watch that one. So if you ever feel like I want to watch number 84 today, you can just follow that link and check it out. So that's a bummer, though, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's do the art for the week, John.
All right, I'm going to maximize this screen here.
You got a beautiful... I think you're going to appreciate this one. Starting us off here, Mr. Mike Vida made this. A StayBallsy production. This was announced at Comic-Con. Not the one in San Diego. The one in the back alley of Dallas. There's 4 people in attendance. And I'll be directing this. X-Men Origins, Cyclops.
I wish that movie actually happened.
Starring you? You would do this?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
You look like... That looks like it's real. Look, how did you make this?
I don't know, dude. Can you send me the full resolution image from this?
I cannot.
Oh, come on,
The next one's from Slinky, and he has a similar idea. It's interesting how... of course I'll send it to you. Come down. Let's be adults. Let's act like adults. So everyone had a similar idea this week. I don't know how this happened, as you were Cyclops. And, of course, we were trying to figure out what happened with Morph and everything. And what happened was it was actually you that was Cyclops that day and pretended to be Cyclops and killed Morph. So that was a jerk move on your part. This is from Miss Layla Alvar, the Duchess of Ramborgia, who I often spell her name incorrectly and other things incorrectly, and I don't fold very well. I guess she made this on the sand, or someone else did it, and she just noticed. I'm pretty sure she did it. That's pretty awesome. And a creative idea that I'm surprised we have not thought of before. We should do this. It'd be great if we had you buried in there next to this.
How much would you pay me to get me buried underneath words that said StayBallsy?
I wouldn't pay anything. I would just do it. I would push you in the hole. Dig a hole and push you in.
Then it's not going to happen.
I'd pay the dude that digs the hole.
Okay, how much would you pay that dude?
This is from Mr. Michael Cantu. This is a beautiful piece of artwork, John. That's a beautiful piece of art. I don't even know what else to say.
I mean, I like the grin. That grin on my face is amazing.
I just look like I'm, I don't know, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm also, I have Lyme's disease. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man.
You have your trademark pink headband that you usually wear when you go out.
Whenever I go out.
That's high quality, man. That could be like an animated show.
Yeah, dude, I want this image. I want most of these. Want all these images, dude.
This is from Iron Wolf. Iron Wolf is here. We got a lot of good stuff this week, man. Iron Wolf made this, some fornicating elephants, and I'm like a, what is this picture from, by the way, of my face? Where was this taken from?
I don't know, but that is hilarious and kind
bizarre.
of it's staring into my soul, man.
I don't know where he found this piece of
it's
art there.
staring into my soul.
And I'm inviting some. It's basically like a tour. You know what? Like you come to the tour booth and like you pay money, and I bring you on a tour. I wear a tuxedo and I bring you on a tour of these elephants fornicating, and you could take pictures, send them to your family, all that stuff. So that's pretty nice.
Funny thing,
yeah.
When I loaded Twitch today, the ad that came on was for Six Flags Safari.
There you go.
So it showed giraffes and elephants right
All
off
right, this
the
is
bat.
great stuff. First, I want to show you this one. We talked about some other show. This is Spider-Man No More. This was a great comic arc done for Spider-Man way back. And
Wow.
they kind of took from this in the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. I don't even remember which one that would be, but when Spider-Man, he's like, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore, and he put down all the suit and everything, and he walked away. And the Ramborgian Doorman, he made this, John.
Yeah.
When I
It's
finally
kind of sad.
when I finally had enough.
Wow.
And this is the end. And I have you see the beard is there? The beard came off.
Oh.
Now this is interesting. The hat is in the trash.
Yeah, I see
But I
it.
also have a hat on. I'm still wearing a hat. So one of the layers of hats came off, and then I just kept the last layer, the StayBallsy shirt and the guitar all in the trash.
So is that urine or pulp?
I assume it's a pulp urine mixture, and there's the suitcase of feces. This is in Dallas. So basically, like I'm like editing all night, or I haven't slept in like 4 days. This is the story behind this. And I had enough. And I get in the car, I drive to Dallas, and I just unload all my stuff in the trash, and then I walk away, and I just become a bum in the alley.
Oh, well, at least it led you to the right place.
I'll still make videos though, just as a bum life.
That-
So there you go. Do you have an announcement to make about the StayBallsy shirts that we just saw there, the blue StayBallsy shirt? Do you have something to say
Yeah.
about that? What do you
Blue
have to tell?
StayBallsy shirts have been put up on geekfiregifts.com/shop. The image is still black because we don't have any good photos of the blue
Oh, I have
ones.
one for you. I have one for you.
Okay, send it to me and I'll put it up there.
Okay, so the shirts are now available.
Mm-hmm.
How much are the shirts?
They are the same as the others. They are 20.
Is that a reasonable
And-
price?
Yeah, it's a more than reasonable price.
If you
Can
get
you
a
put a
shirt,
price on ballsiness?
like we always say, if you want to get a shirt, it helps us out tremendously. Last time we were able to buy a really good microphone for Schnoz-man HolePunch. So that's what the money goes towards. It doesn't go towards OJs like pedicures, manicures, or anything like that.
Because honestly, I mean, I could use one, but no, that's not what it's for.
Yeah, it's $20. I physically have the shipment in my home. I package it for you. I write out your name. I usually throw some special items in there for you guys. You know, if you ever got one, you know what that stuff is. So geekfiregifts.com/shop if you want to get a shirt and all that. Right, John? Right?
Yes, indeed.
Why does it sound like there's like someone's taking a bath behind you?
Air conditioner?
Is that what that is?
Is it
All right,
that
it's okay.
bad?
No, that's all right. I want to mention this, John. We've been talking about this. Remember we used to do... Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I wanted to actually have the video and then play a little bit of it while we talked about this.
Okay.
But you remember way back when, I think it was like 1984, you and I did a little show called John's Book Report.
Yeah.
And it was about comic books. It was like 1978 or something when we did this.
Yeah.
And we went through different comics. We only did like maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah, this was like we did the first one after we saw the Who live, right?
After what? What?
We saw the Who live and then came back into John's book report.
The Who Live?
Yeah.
What is that?
The band The Who performing live.
We saw them live?
Like, you know, back in like what was it, the 70s?
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Uh,
I forgot my own stupid joke. That's why I didn't understand what you were talking about. All right. Fair
I
enough.
guess you'd say it's tile and error.
Fair enough. So we used to do this show called John's Book Report, and then we stopped doing it. I don't really remember the circumstances of what that was about. I think you were moving or something. That was your old house,
Yeah,
actually.
that was my old house.
And then we never did it again. We started doing the show, blah, blah, blah. And then people have asked us over time to do comic book review type stuff again. But we haven't really been reading any comics. But there's a great gentleman that came into my life. His name is SFT Hare. And from the goodness of his heart, just because he's a nice guy, and I guess he appreciates what we do here, he decided to give me many comic book digital codes, which I
Very
greatly
nice,
appreciate. For instance, yesterday I didn't have the best day. I had a kind of a rough day, but then I came home and sent me a bunch of codes, and I was able to sit down and read some comics, man. And comics are good medicine, John. That's some good medicine right there.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all kinds of stuff. We're going to try to do. I think we're going to try to pick a different series to read throughout the week, and then we'll talk a little bit about it on upcoming shows.
Sounds good.
And bring back the John's Book Report segment, turn it into a segment. So the thing that I read that I want to start next week. I want you to check it out. Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
And this is what's going on with Spider-Man right now in the Marvel Universe. And it's kind of like like when you look at it, it's like kind of a silly idea. Like it shouldn't really work, you know?
Yeah, it sounds kind of...
It kind of sounds kind of like, what the hell, what is this? It's just really stupid. It's basically Dr. Octopus.
Ideas?
Dr. Octopus takes control of Peter Parker. Like his consciousness is inside of Peter Parker. So here's Peter Parker now. Right? Yep. But it's really silly, but it actually is very entertaining, and it really kind of works in some way. You know, like it's really fun to read it. Like the first couple issues, he's just trying to have sex with Mary Jane. That's what he's trying to accomplish. It was pretty funny, man.
That's his goal?
That's one of his many goals. That's one of his goals. You know. So I want you to check it out. Maybe we'll talk a little about it next week. I think it'd be fun. What do you say?
I would love to.
You would love to. You'll take me up on that. Yeah?
Yeah. Most definitely, sir.
So much Schnoz-man, HolePunch. Let's see. Where should we begin with this? I want to talk about this video that I put out yesterday. Well, first of all, we were going to SGC in Dallas, right? We're doing the panel thing, doing the convention thing. And what I came up with was to have HolePunch come out live, do a speech, and have a good time with everybody, right? John, is that the point?
Yeah.
That was the idea. So I sat down, I wrote the script, I wrote the whole thing. I then went to OJ's house. OJ did a read-through of it, right?
2 read-throughs at least.
You did at least two or a couple read-throughs that were recorded. Then I came back. I made the video that goes behind it and tried to match it up with what he was saying. And then we took all the equipment. We flew there. OJ took a lot of time to memorize the thing and perform it. You did a nice job with it.
I don't know. I could have done better, but thank you.
Well, we tried our best.
Yeah.
And then like the people in the audience didn't really react to it, and that was kind of a bummer. But you think about it, like, because a lot of people were kind of like ripping on for that, but it's HolePunch, right? Isn't that kind of the reaction we want for HolePunch? Like, isn't that what happened to him in a lot of ways? Like, if he was to give a live speech, wouldn't people just be like, you know, that's who he is, right?
It'd be like, who is this guy? What is he doing up here? It's supposed to be he tries in spite of himself to do things, and it never works out.
Right, so it was actually like the perfect reaction for the character in a lot of ways, right? So, anyway, so then I took the video, and because the new episodes are coming out. The new episode's coming out on August the 4th. So I'm like, all right, I have this video of you doing this. So I'll use this as an opportunity to kind of make like a promo video for the new episode to come out.
Yeah.
And I did like a bunch of editing to it, add some like music and some other stuff to the video. And I put out the video, and it seems like no one really liked the video. No one really cared to watch the video, which was kind of disappointing. So I want to say this: if you guys have a chance, please check it out. You know, have some trust in me. Have some trust. Like I don't just upload anything like for the sake of doing it. Like if I upload something, it's because I think it's good, and I believe in it, and I feel like it has some good content in it. So if you have a chance, please check out the video. I'm proud of the video. You know, did you watch the thing? Did you watch it?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm proud of you. Have a chance, please check it out.
And the editing helped too.
Right. So here's what I want to do, because I think people, I don't know what happened. I don't know really what happened. It's not like people watched it and didn't like it. They just didn't want to check it out in the first place, which is kind of disappointing. So they must have just saw the title and they're like, no.
They must have been like, this isn't episode 7. I don't care.
What is this?
Because seriously, people seem to really want 7, man.
Right. And the main purpose of it was to spread the word that the next episode's coming out. That's why I was kind of disappointed that people weren't checking it out and all that. But here's what I want to do. I think there's something like 13 comments on the video. What I want you to do, or if you can, I invite you, we want to try to get it up to like 50 comments, right? If we can get up to 50 comments, and don't post like 100 times. You can post maybe once or twice. If we get up to 50 comments, what we'll do next week on the show is we'll go through, randomly pick somebody that commented on that video, and we will give you a free t-shirt. What do you think about that, John?
That's cool. Are we allowed to do that for agreements with YouTube and stuff?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What
it sounds like a pretty good deal. Can I comment?
No, you can't.
Oh. Sad.
So we'll try to get that. We'll try to get that to 50 comments, and if it has at least 50, then we'll go through it, and we'll pick somebody at random, and they'll get a free T-shirt. And if you post like 100 times, obviously not going to count those as real comments. And I'm not doing this because I get paid money for views, because I don't. Quite frankly, we're going to lose money because we're going to be giving away a shirt. And
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping, which I have to pay for, and the cost of the shirt. Plus I spent a lot to go to the convention and all that shit. The main purpose is I just want people to check out the video that I took a lot of time to put work into and everything like that. So if you have an opportunity, if you have some time, check it out. Post a comment that's hopefully pertinent to the content of the video, and perhaps you will win a free shirt.
Dun 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 dun.
Is that all right?
Dun 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 dun.
Is that cool? People like this idea. People
I
saying
guess
they
we can
liked
check
it.
the chat.
Slinky posted 2 comments here.
Phillies likes it.
John, pop the link in the chat if you can. Can you do that?
Pop a link in the chat.
Pop the link to the video.
Well, I'm not a mod anymore. Can I post links?
There's no mods right now on Twitch because there's something wrong with Twitch.
All right, hold on. This is gonna send my video quality to pieces here.
It's not like want me to do it?
No, I got it. I got it.
Go for it. Okay, fair enough.
Here we go. Copy link address.
Let's talk about what you're doing. Let's talk about the Steam sale. Did you do any of the Steam sale?
I am one of the few people I know that never really succumbs to the Steam sales so badly.
So other people are like going crazy with it?
Everybody at work, they will talk about what they're buying and just buy stuff like crazy. Like they'll spend, $20-30 on stuff they probably wouldn't have bought otherwise. I mean, I'm no better. I have tons of games I haven't played, but right now I just have such a large list of games I haven't gotten to. It's too depressing to actually buy new ones.
So you didn't get anything?
No, let me put it to you this way. I bought Witcher 2, pre-ordered it, and I have not installed it yet.
What was this, like last year?
Yeah, same with Deus Ex Human Revolution.
I see.
Yeah. Well, how'd you do?
I never did it before, actually. I never had Steam up until a little while ago. So I never did it.
Yeah.
Streamgeist was actually the one that was pushing me to do it and
pretty
play
cool.
some games. So I went on there and I got Coder 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2. I think it was like $3.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I had that. I had that on the Xbox way back when. Mm-hmm. And then I got Torchlight 2, which I believe was like $4.99.
Yeah, it's like Diablo 2 but better.
Everyone's saying it's like Marvel Heroes, but a lot better.
Really? Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So, for like, I don't know, if I ever feel like just playing something or whatever, it's
yeah,
it's cool
John.
Yes.
JD makes a good suggestion.
Yes.
Well, we already have a Ramborgian Steam group, actually. We'll have to get you in on that.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, we got to get everybody in on that. But we also have to get Team Fortress 2 and all play together at some point.
I don't like how you post. Cause I don't know how you. Hold on, let me post the link.
Dude, okay, because yeah, it deletes the link when I post it.
All right, here. Here's the link here.
By the way, the link, you have to put the dot back in .com. There you go.
Okay. All right.
Team Fortress 2 is free, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Our friend Aquaman's in that, right?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yes.
He plays the sniper.
So yeah, Schnoz-man HolePunch number 7 is coming out August 4th. That's about a week and a half from today. We're gonna talk more about that next week and push it a little bit more. I don't want to be overwhelming with it today and go crazy with it, but I think we'll spend some time next week talking about the episode and why we think it's good and all that stuff. Hopefully we think it's good. I don't know. OJ didn't see it. OJ didn't see it yet, so we don't know what he thinks. We don't know what he thinks.
You assume I think.
I'm gonna send you about 17 minutes of it tonight.
Dude, I'll take as much of it as I can
long.
get.
It's gonna be probably twice that long, but.
Oh, I thought you said you had 2 renders going.
Oh, I did. It's not ready for you yet.
Man, why does everyone always tell me that?
I
go to a
really?
restaurant.
People tell you that?
No, I'm kidding. I was be like,
Yes.
I go to a restaurant, I order a steak, I'm sitting there 40 minutes. Why isn't it ready? Sir, you asked for it burned. I'm like, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. It's a murder of a steak.
All right.
That joke kind of lost itself somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay. You tried your best. Well, you tried. I don't know if it's your best, but. So I'm excited, man. It's always like an awesome day when those come out. It was really like a beautiful day. Because I get up, I put the episode out, and then the whole day, Well, so far it's been very, very positive. Hopefully, we continue with that, that line of thought.
Just keep that train going.
There might be one day I'm just like, this episode sucked. I'll just laugh. It's okay.
Why does OJ keep talking? Oh,
I think it's very good. I think it's in line with the last one, and I'm excited for you guys to watch it and let me know what you think about it as always. So we'll have more on that next week. So about phones for a second, John. I'm going through a very strange thing.
What?
Let me show my phone to you. I've done this before a little bit, but this is the phone that I have. This is the Droid 1, the original Droid phone, and this is the key, the pad. Look at this, just completely dominated. And I've had this for 3 years, over 3 years, 3.5 years, and it's just so bizarre when you think about like what I've been through with it. Because when I first got it, think about it, it's the first Android phone, right? So when I first had it, it was like, this is like amazing. People were like real impressed by this thing, and they all want to see it. This is great, right? And then time passes, the same device, John. I now pull it out, people laugh.
Now it's not the droid they're looking for.
Apparently not. No, it's the same thing. And all that happened was the sun went up and the sun went down a couple 100 times, and now you take the phone and people, it's like almost like embarrassing to take it out.
Hey, at least
you're a strange thing.
Yeah, well, at least you didn't buy a new phone that fails on you constantly. Well, I've got more phone tales.
All right, well, what everyone says to me when I take it out, like they just cut, like some people like are dicks about it.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, look at that old phone.
I mean, honestly, I don't really give a shit. I'll be completely honest, but I just think it's funny how people react. And what most people say is you could look at their face goes blank and they look, and then they go, you could get an upgrade, or you could get a free upgrade. Mm-hmm. But the problem is I don't want to, because I have I have Verizon, and I'm grandfathered in from when they had unlimited data.
Yeah, which is amazing.
So I have unlimited data, but if I get a new thing, then I have to sign a new contract, and they take that away, and all that. So I can buy a device for like $800.
John, I believe we have a mutual acquaintance who didn't he say that he had an old phone?
Howard's been telling me that he has a phone forever, but I feel bad to take it from him, so I don't. I just
then buy it from him.
I'm just gonna keep using this forever, and just to see what happens, because I like to annoy people, and it seems like they're annoyed when I take the phone out for some reason. So, yeah. What's going on with you? You want to talk about phones?
Yeah, so I'm on my, let me think, first HTC 8X, second HTC 8X, third HTC 8X. I traded it in, I sent it back twice. So phone, sent it back, got a new phone, sent it back. I'm on my third or fourth Windows phone. And
in like 3 months.
I've had this particular one for maybe a month or 1 to 3 months. And I'm on the phone with my girlfriend doing laundry. And she mentions Pacific Rim, which I hadn't seen at the time, and I hate spoilers. And my phone shuts itself off. And I start talking about something else, giving a long-winded story, not realizing that my phone has shut itself off while it's against my ear. I look down, my phone's off, I turn it back on. I have a voicemail with her yelling at me for, oh my gosh, did you seriously turn that off so I wouldn't hang up on me, so I wouldn't give you spoilers?
Oh my God. Wow.
No, I call back, I'm like, my phone shut itself off, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, yeah, that happens.
Well, sometimes like the phone will die at like the strangest time.
Yeah, dude.
Like someone will ask you a question, and then they'll cut off as soon as like they're done. So it seems like you hung up on it. That's happened before.
Yeah, and then I'm coming back from visiting my grandma at the hospital. I'm on the train. She sends me a text message. I start replying. Phone turns itself off again, and then it turned itself off today, and it turned itself off at laser tag. I'm starting to keep track of this. I'm gonna have to go back to the Verizon store.
Are you playing laser tag now?
It was a birthday party, and it was awesome. But yeah, so let me tell you.
Did you defeat the 5-year-old kids and the 6-year-olds, or did the 8-year-olds beat you later on?
It was 2 teams of 4. Four of us from the party versus another 4 of us from the party.
You're supposed to cheat at laser tag, don't you know that?
I actually found out you can cheat.
Oh, of course you can. What we used to do, eventually what would happen is, like, the kids would, like, I'm in places I was maybe 11, but there's, like, that divider in between, and the kids would, like, eventually jump over the divider, tackle another kid, rip off his sensor thing, and just keep shooting it repeatedly. And then the guys would come in and kick everyone out.
No. Well, first of all, there was no divider.
Really?
It was actually in like a 30 by 50 foot space with cardboard boxes and an inflatable tank. You could go everywhere but behind the last row of boxes. And the laser tag guns were replicas of M16s that were full weight. So they were really heavy. And the best part, though, well, the thing I found out was that after you get shot, you wear a headband. And that's where the target is. When you get shot, it blinks for 3 seconds and turns bright red.
I don't believe that it works.
Then you have to go back to your base and wait 15 seconds for it to blink again. You jump in the game. What I realized in the second to last game is that after you get shot while it's blinking, you can still shoot. It's basically like Last Stand from effing Call of Duty.
Are you supposed to do that or no?
I don't know. You're allowed to. So I realized, like, why do people keep getting shot by people who shoot them? So I ended up, I ran out. I shot a dude. 2 other guys shot me in the face. I shot them and then walked back to respawn. And then I just kept doing it. It was ridiculous. Kind of cheesy.
And you should run over the divider and tackle people. You're supposed to do, John.
We did make a couple runs, but there was no divider. And you had to run to the center of the arena to reload.
It's not real laser tag until someone bleeds.
No, we just got skinned knees and destroyed hamstrings.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw this, John. This was probably one of the best things I've seen on television ever.
Was it your face?
I was not on television, no. Well, last year I was on television a few times. When I wasn't supposed to be. I was on Telemundo. Did you know about that?
Yes.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Jimmy Fallon show. Jimmy Fallon's taking over the Tonight Show eventually. I don't really usually watch it, but I saw the clip the next day. Do you know what I'm talking about here? Do you know about this?
I don't know this clip now.
All of a sudden on his show, I'm watching the clip, and somebody sent it to me. I'm watching it, and he's sitting on his desk, and he's got a musical guest. We have a special musical guest, all the way from San Francisco.
No.
They had a hit song in 1992 in Japan. I go, where's this going? Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse and the Rippers.
No!
You gotta watch this. It's amazing. It blew me away. And it's Stamos. He's wearing a wig. He's wearing a mullet wig. He's got the same stupid like red shirt with the leather vest over it, whatever that was supposed to be. And he starts playing. They're playing all the Jesse the Ripper songs. They shoot to the. Then this is amazing, right? Then they cut to the audience. Saget's in the audience, and he's dancing. And he's like dancing. He's Danny Tanner in the audience, and he's dancing. And then he plays the theme song to Full House. And then at the end, was it Rebecca was his wife?
Rebecca Ramborgian Stamos.
She comes out, and they kiss like they're married and shit, like it was real.
Wait, but dude, weren't they actually married?
I don't think so.
Her last name is Rebecca Ramborgian Stamos.
No, not her. The one from the show.
Oh.
You're talking about Mystique.
Yeah, wait. I am?
Yeah, that's Rebecca
Okay.
Ramborgian. The one in his wife, I think her name is Rebecca in the show. His wife in the show.
Oh, Derp, Danny Tanner's sister.
No, she's not his sister. They work together on Wake Up San Francisco.
Whatever.
So she comes out and they're like, oh, he's back and everything. It was incredible. It was pretty amazing.
That's just memories.
It was like it was bizarre in a lot of ways too, because it was surreal, really watching that. That was something you never thought you'd ever see. You never see that again.
No.
And it's like it's almost like you don't want to see it. It's something
like,
you never wanted to see.
Don't bring it back. It was gone.
But when you saw it, it was like the best thing ever. I don't know. It was very weird. I just thought it was really well done and excellent stuff. So I really like that. So.
Wow, he's old.
You're looking at it? You're watching it?
Oh. No, never mind. He's not that old. I thought it said he was in General Hospital in 1963, but he was born in 1963.
Yeah, he's up there. So, John, as we know, I failed at making all this, making videos and stuff. A real job. I completely failed at it.
Oh, it was Lori Loughlin, by the way.
There you go. So I've been working at a job. And
Okay.
I work at a real estate office, and they give me stuff to do basically when I get there. Is pretty much what I do. utility guy. It's a lot of like do lots of like data entry and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what they've been doing, they've been sending me out to do certain things out in the world, which is kind of cool. So you get to drive somewhere and meet some people and all that stuff. So one of the things I had to do this week is I had to go to a house. I had to unlock the doors and let in a home inspector in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically a dude that comes in before someone buys a home. He checks out every little nook and cranny, and then gets back to the buyer and tells them like there's rats or whatever, the foundation's ready to collapse or something, whatever the problem.
There's a Ramborgian infestation in the basement.
They don't know anything about that. But it was kind of funny because I'm in there with the guy, and he was a cool guy, He actually used to live in the same neighborhood as us, like a little before us, way back.
Oh no, who was it?
He's older than us, but he used to live around the same neighborhood we're from. But anyway, he's testing the bathtub.
Yeah.
So he's like turns on the water, and then he's like, we're gonna fill the tub. Guess what he's supposed to do? He's supposed to fill it all the way and then stop it and then see if it like holds the water. I don't know exactly what he's looking for.
Yeah, see if it leaks, see if it overflows, see if it catches on fire.
You could do this job, John.
I'd love to set it on fire.
The first thing that happens is he can't turn the water off. So then you had to go to like some other water valve or something in the garage, and then you have to turn the water to stop. But then he couldn't get the water to drain the tub. So I'm like, what are we supposed to do? Because we couldn't get the water to drain at all. The thing was like jammed or something. So he's like, well, it's their fault. The owner's fault. It's broken. It's their responsibility. Just leave it.
Yeah.
So we left just a tub full of water and left to go to the people's house.
Dude, you know what you should do? You should have done? You should have gone to a grocery store, bought an orange rubber ducky, put it in there, and then left.
If I would have been pissed. But just imagine like you're selling your home and then you come home and there's just a tub full of water. No explanation. So that was kind of wacky stuff. And then
that's happened.
It's happened to you?
Not all the way, but apparently sometimes when my neighbors clog their bathroom, like, or their sink, it comes into mine.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
So you come home and just clog back up in your tub.
And it's so gross.
Jeez.
Blech.
And then one of the other things I did was I should kind of dug it. There's people that they basically were gonna buy the house, so they had like a final walkthrough of the home. You just kind of take them through the house. They just like check it out one last time before they sign the papers. That was a cool thing because they were real excited about it. It was like a couple. They were very happy to be moving into the house and shit like that. So it was a nice deal.
That's cool, but I'm worried that something bad's going to happen.
Don't say that.
It just sounds like you're having it's no, but John, you've got like this couple, they're coming to buy this house. This is their first house together. It's gonna be so wonderful.
Most things end in divorce, but hopefully they'll be all right. I give them some wisdom, and I tried to put them in the right direction. But that was kind of nice,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's what I do.
I was scared it was gonna be a muddy pit scenario.
Who knows what I'll be doing later this week. But it's kind of fun, we'll see what happens. Let's get into Comic-Con talk.
All right.
Do you know about the Comic-Con stuff that happened? With this?
Not much.
You don't know much about it?
Nope. I'm pretty bad.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to drop some information on you.
All right, and I'll give you my reaction.
Hopefully I have some. So let's do Marvel. When we do Marvel, we're going to do DC. There's a lot of other stuff that happened, like regarding all kinds of things, but we're going to focus on more of the movies, I guess, for this episode of the show. So, this is kind of interesting, John. For the Marvel panel, the guy that plays Loki, he came out in the costume.
Okay. Oh, like they had Downey Jr. do last year.
He came out in the full suit, and he's talking to the audience. I don't know if he got no reaction like HolePunch did, but that they did do this similar idea.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Did they have a clip behind him?
Yes, it was Avengers 2, but...
oh, they copied us! What the frill?
We'll get to that. So, the stuff they have coming out, obviously, Thor 2.
I'll see it.
Captain America 2.
I will see that as well.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That will make me laugh.
That looks interesting to me. I'm actually most excited about that one. Something a little different. A lot of these other ones are sequels and things, so...
Yeah, come on. I want to see Rocket Raccoon.
I'm not a big fan of the Rocket Raccoon.
I don't know anything about him except
I'm
he's
willing
a effing...
to check it out.
He's a raccoon with Rocket. I want to see it.
I'm willing to watch a CGI version of him on the screen. Mm-hmm. So the big news, of course, Avengers 2. It's coming out in 2015. 2015, keep that in your head. That's going to be a big thing. A big year. We're going to be really old at that point. Are you clipping nails or something? What is that?
No, I just needed something to do with my hands.
Okay. Fair enough. So, Avengers 2, John, it's called the Age of Ultron. Avengers 2 Age of Ultron.
Oh, no. Wait, that does mean that he's going to be in it.
Who's this?
Oh, well, the guy who made Ultron.
Well, that's the thing I was about to tell you. They had Joss Whedon on, and he said there will be no Hank Pym in the movie.
What?
Ant-Man will not be in this movie.
What?
So then people said, well, Ultron was made by him. How's that going to work? And they're going to come up with a whole new origin for Ultron.
The frill, man.
Because if Ultron was made by Hank Pym, so they're changing that all around. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Ultron was made by the actor. But wait, no, I don't want to spoil Iron Man 3. Never mind.
It was made by.
It was made by. It was made by the Mandarin.
The Mandarin made Ultron. That's the new thing. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I don't know what it's going to be. I was watching the Incredible Hulk last night.
Really?
With Edward Norton. I never saw it before.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Iron Man's in. Robert Downey Jr.'s in there.
It's so
Did you know
weird.
that? It doesn't really.
When?
I don't know. At the end, he's in it. Well, anyway, Ant-Man's getting his own movie. That's why he's not going to be in this one. So he's going to have his own separate movie.
Well, I'd heard. I had thought that if they're going to have Ultron in there, built by Pym, maybe they don't they find out about Pym at the end. And that's how you get people to go watch Zicking Ant-Man.
Maybe, but that's not what they're doing.
I see.
So, Avengers 2. Excited about Avengers 2 2015.
Yeah?
I think they did a great job with these movies.
It's like a year and a half away.
They really did an excellent job with putting this whole thing together. Because if someone told you, before this, that they would do this, you'd probably say no. You're going to have all these movies that tie together, and then there's a team-up movie and stuff like that.
Nope.
It's pretty incredible what they did. And it's enjoyable as well. So, the other thing is going to X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool. I know nothing. I mean, I haven't looked up anything about the plot. The only thing I wish someone would do is check IMDb and tell me if Cyclops is in it.
I don't think he is.
Ticks me off.
Get your goat. Get your goat good, huh?
Yeah, it gets my dang goat. But please, tell me what you were going to say while I...
X-Men Days of Future Past. They got some of these posters. I stole these from a website. We don't have authorization to use these. We're going to show them anyway. This is one of the posters from the movie here. With this, it looks like a Sentinel, right?
Yes.
And then here you go. This is something they had at Comic-Con. What do you think about that? Was that something you would wear?
It's not up yet.
On a date, a first date, would you wear that?
It would have been better than what I did wear.
On your first date with your girlfriend?
You wore
something worse than that?
I plead the fifth.
So, that's what's going on with that movie. And they're saying Peter Dinklage is probably going to be Bolivar Trask. I'm a Dinklage man. You like the Dinklage?
Yeah, but he doesn't look anything like Bolivar Trask as far as I can remember.
That's okay. We don't need to have exactly what these are the conversations they have.
Maybe they could at least give them the facial hair?
The comic is just a guide. We improve on the comic. That's not what's supposed to be. That's like the first draft, and then they improve on that stuff.
Like they did with the Fantastic Four.
Exactly, they improved on it and perfected it. X-Force movie. Not much is known about the X-Force movie. They're saying this is going to happen. There's going to be 5 people in the X-Force. Who would you like to see as the 5 members? People are saying all kinds of different...
the X-Force?
You gotta have Cable in there at the top, right?
Cable. Didn't they have Domino for a while?
Domino. You had the chick wolf.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, she's okay.
She's okay? You want Deadpool in there?
They're gonna want Deadpool.
What happened to Shatterstar? Remember Shatterstar? What happened to him?
Not very well.
Shatterstar? I don't know. We'll see what they do with that. DC side, 2015, John.
Okay, what do we got?
Superman and Batman together.
Oh boy.
So they announced this. I'm seeing like two different schools of thought on this. There's people who are like obnoxiously overly excited about it, like it's never been done or something before, like it's some kind of new idea, and it's like they blew their minds away. This is going to be insane, and they're just too excited. And then there's the people that are like real negative about it.
Batman's gonna have Superman's babies.
And complaining already. This, why are they doing this? And da. So, I don't know. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle on that.
My prediction is that by the end of it, Batman and Superman are going to be faced with an impossible scenario that they cannot solve, and just as Doug suggested, Booster Gold will come in to save the day.
That will not be happening unless Doug makes his own fanfic movie. There you go. I would give to the Doug Kickstarter for that if he does it. I promise. But the weird thing about this, like, there's all kinds of different things. At first they were saying it's the Man of Steel 2 with Batman, like he's going to be part of it, right?
Like shoehorned in there?
Like he'll be in it, so I'm thinking, all right, maybe he'll be in there like 10 minutes or something or whatever. But now there's all these different rumors coming out. It looks like the name is leaked now, and the movie's actually be called Batman versus Superman. That's a big rumor. That's the name. The name Batman versus Superman.
I see what they're doing.
What? Combining the two names to try to get people to go to the movies?
No. They're going to make it so the first movie is, grr, I'm Batman, grr, I'm Superman, brr, brr, brr. And then after that, they're going to have another movie where it's like, Batman and Superman, friends forever.
Well, it's supposed to be Batman and Superman, and then it's going to be Justice League later on.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of rushing a little bit. I think you could have done Man of Steel 2, and then you could have gone into the team-up things. You know, it seems like they know Avengers is coming, and they want to try to compete with that. So, like, we Batman and Superman
team up
together. It doesn't make any sense. We don't even have a Batman universe anymore. But we're doing it.
Yeah, so is DC taking Color Me Kevin's advice?
I don't know. What does he say? I don't know what he's saying.
Reboot Green Lantern.
I would love it if they did that. But I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know why people are losing their minds over this. There's been a lot of Superman, Batman stuff out there that's really good. If I had to bet money, probably some of the comics they've been together will be far and above better than whatever they do in this movie.
You think they should just rip one of them off?
I don't know. Maybe they won't do that.
I don't know. I mean, it's a tried and true plot. They've been effing up other stuff.
The Man of Steel, I didn't really love that much.
I haven't seen it yet, actually.
You got to go see it so we can talk about it a little bit more. Because there's things I wanted to say about it. I feel like they kind of, I don't know. It's just not what I like to see from Superman. It's not my Superman. It's a Superman.
Superman's supposed to be about, like, he's got emotional, like, not emotional. He's got more philosophical and mental problems than physical ones. Physically, he's capable of pretty much anything.
That's
why
kind
you
of
have
what
to give
they did.
different issues.
It's just very dry. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. He kills like millions of people in the movie. It's insane. It's like, I'll just fly through all these buildings to get to this one dude.
What?
I don't know. You'll have to check it out. And then the Flash.
Superman.
Then they're making the Flash movie, so that could be good.
Hey, the Flash is a really underappreciated character sometimes. I like him.
I think that could be very good.
There's a really good song by oh gosh, I think it's either Jim's Big Ego or Jim's Big Ego about being the Flash. It's really
there was a really good Flash TV show 100 years ago. Remember that? That was a million years ago, man.
I'm thinking of the Flash Gordon show.
No, not that. Do you remember Young Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Did you watch that? I thought it was good. Was it bad?
I saw like 2 episodes. That's all I remember is that it exists.
And then you were like, I remember it was on like late, on like a school night, and then I'd have to like ask, like, can I stay up to watch Young Indiana Jones? And sometimes my mom would be like, all right, fine, just get in there and watch that.
The Flash song is called Barry Allen's Lament, I think, or the Ballad of Barry Allen. There we go.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was the movie side of Comic-Con. What do you think about all this stuff?
I mean, I'd like to see all these movies. I guess the best one is going to be Avengers 2.
Do you think they're going to burn out? Do you think they're going to burn out the comic book genre, they're going crazy with this stuff. Do you think it's gonna collapse?
It's okay.
Is all right?
They're not going to burn out too much because what's going to happen is this is what's going to happen. Before the comic book movies burn out, the sword and sorcery movies are going to burn out. I'm not kidding, because after everyone saw the success of Game of Thrones, they're like, oh my gosh, we need swords and wizards and things now.
I don't know if they can burn out, because these characters have been around so long that I think for a lot of people, it's like part of their childhood. It's part of who they are in a lot of ways.
John,
and yes,
do I need to say anything more?
I mean, yeah, you can make crap
movies burning out.
Right, you can make terrible ones, and then people will still go to the next one. Right, it's crazy.
I mean, people did see Amazing Spider-Man.
I saw it. I mean, I would go see any of them. It doesn't matter if they suck. I'll still go, and I'll probably go to the sequel too. It's crazy. It's an addiction. Or something. I don't know what it is. But it's strange how the comic book culture took over Hollywood. Really.
Yeah.
You know, it was underground for a long time, man. You know.
Like
strange.
It was really like what took it off? Iron Man, Spider-Man
No,
first,
I mean,
and then Iron Man.
X-Men was the first one. That was like 2000.
Yeah,
that was big.
But it was big, but
it was big.
I think the first one that people could.
And Spider-Man with Tobey was huge.
Yeah, first one was.
And now they're just cooking. And now I think the movies are better because it seems like they're more willing to try to use things from the comics. Back then, they're more afraid to.
They got Whedon to direct a comic book movie.
Right. They have actual people that know about the source material doing stuff.
About.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine if they had let Kevin Smith do Superman?
I think it would have been good.
It would have been good.
It would have been better than Superman Returns.
No, you know what it would have been? Superman returns to the convenience store because they forgot his coffee.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
Come on, you know that they would have put oh gosh darn it, Bill Hicks? No, not Bill Hicks. What's his name?
Dante Hicks.
Guy who plays Dante.
Brian O'Halloran.
Brian O'Halloran, yeah. He and the guy who plays Randall would totally just be walking around somewhere.
Well, they're making Clerks 3, so we'll see that maybe.
Oh yeah, what was it like? It was like 2 a.m. He's like, oh man, I got the best idea ever. We're making Clerks 3. It's my best movie. Why
don't we do comments?
Giant spiders.
And then we will have a Trotta in about 7 minutes.
Okay. Shall we start?
Start it up.
Solid Thug Knuckles says.
Solid Thug Knuckles?
Solid Thug Knuckles.
All right.
I don't know if they're referring to the echidna or the part of one's anatomy. But he says, I totally understand Cyclops' motivation for leaving Morph behind now.
Yes, yes, as we found out last week, was more to the story. Maybe the story will keep unfolding, perhaps.
The needs. Oh, never mind.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like a whole musical opera. Also, we should mention Wolverine's coming out. Wolverine's coming out on Friday.
Wolverine Origins.
No, not Wolverine Origins. You lunatic.
But I do have a question. Where did that Origins poster come from? Was that the Wolverine Origins poster modified to be Cyclops, or am I missing something?
It's just a picture of Cyclops, and you put the Origins on it and the text and everything.
Okay, because it was well done.
It is well done. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, the Wolverine comes out on Friday. Are you going to see that?
This Friday? No, I'm not going to be here.
You're not going to see it. Where the hell are you going now?
Rhode Island.
Oh my God.
Remember when I said, ask you how much you'd pay someone to bury me in sand?
You have sickness. What are you always running from, John? Why do you always have to run? You're running away.
I'm like Jim from the newsroom, and that's all I'm going to say.
What are you running from? What's
Government.
wrong? Okay, keep going with the comments.
The next one is from the Rud6193. I'm a Ramboholic. I'm not sure you do remember John and OJ, but I was actually the guy who thought of the name.
That's pretty awesome. He's still with us. That was a long time ago. I remember we did the show. Yeah. We asked for different people to give suggestions on the names. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
I gotta say, I mean...
I don't know what show that was, but it's out there.
The Rod, I gotta say, I think you're one of the ones who realizes the Ramboholics are not against us. They're just a different faction.
We had that caller, that Rambo caller. He did not seem like he was on the same page as us. Remember this?
Yeah, but he was in the same book, John. He was in the same
I believe
book.
Ramborgian was made by a dude named Plywood Cutout Cow, I think was his name was. But if you go back to that episode, you can find out what everyone suggested and what happened and everything. It's a long time ago. It's probably like number 12 or something like that. I don't know. But
and also, just to answer Live the Vita's question, these are YouTube comments and questions that have been sent to John via email or Twitter.
yeah, you know what? We should bring that up. A lot of people have been asking. We probably have some new people, perhaps. Believe it or not, that don't know what was going on with the comments. They come from YouTube. They come from Twitter, email. So you just post it on the video itself, the previous episode, and then I go through all this stuff. It's important to me that I go through all of it and read all your good stuff. So
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, our next comment is from Jonathan Tapia. Rambo, prepare for a lawsuit. I just had a seizure watching today's show because the filter colors being used on OJ. I have many Ninja Italian lawyers. We can settle this now with a free StayBallsy shirt or one of your many legendary socks. Or to OJ reading this comment. Hope we don't have to see each other in court and we don't have a problem. Closing parentheses.
Threats mean nothing to me, John. I have a lawyer. His name is OJ. He's also the judge, jury, and executioner as well. So there you go. Let's keep moving here.
Okay. The next one is from our dear friend, MadHead Productions, who produced the wonderful intro we had today.
Yes.
Near the end of the show, I've been inspired to comment. I'm not sure what to say, but I don't want to be rude, so, go Rambronies, and OJ, stop being so zicking hard on yourself. For the Ramborgia, this is the MadHead signing off. Thank you for allowing me to be part of the Ramborgia. Peace out.
What do you think about that?
Wait,
Saying
what?
you go too hard on yourself. What do you think about that?
I was?
Apparently, what do you feel? Do you feel that's true or no?
I don't know. I don't think I was that hard on myself last time, was I?
I don't know. You
If
tell
anything,
me.
I wasn't hard enough on myself because we got to weird places last episode. That was just strange.
That was fun. That was my favorite ones ever.
Really?
That was my favorite ones ever. Yeah, it was wacky.
You called it the mess.
I like it when it's a little chaotic, man.
Okay. I'll
That's
keep
what
that in mind.
I like it like that.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
but does it have to be controlled chaos or just loose?
I believe in like letting it flow. You know, it's not
Like
we don't have any bosses here. We don't have anyone tell us what to do or anything like that. I don't know. I just like to let it. You kind of have your base of operations, and you kind of let it blossom from there. And sometimes we get into good stuff. Sometimes it doesn't lead to anything. But you never know. That's the fun of doing this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we got time for one more comment.
Yes.
This one is from Roman Sundog.
Yes.
This is random, but I need to say it. You guys are so motivating for me to do things. You help get through tough times, workouts, and just make me feel good and positive. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all that you do. Aww.
Thank you, sir, for being part of it and
Yeah.
checking out the stuff.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, we're very happy to hear that we're motivating, but we're happier to know that we're happy to know you're here, but we're happier to know that, we're affecting you positively in some way.
That's the motivating factor for me.
Mm-hmm.
When someone says you motivated me, then it's like a circle of life, right?
The circle of... Yes.
So let's bring on the gentleman that is extremely motivating to myself, to many of us. He's a great man, Mr. Ed Trotta. Let's get him on here. We usually sometimes have some issues connecting at first.
Technological.
Please bear with us if something goes awry. Don't go anywhere. All right?
All right.
Are you good, John?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Just had to say something funny.
You said something funny?
Maybe.
Hello, hello.
Hey, hey!
Hey, John Harrington wants to show video. Accept. Yes, accept. I accept. Of course, I always accept.
You don't
We
have to
made it.
accept that. You could. That'd be interesting. We call you and Ed just goes, "No, I will not accept," and just hangs up.
I hardly ever say no to anything.
Oh, really? Wow. All right. We'll have to keep that in mind here.
Say yes in life. How you doing, guys?
Doing
Doing
all
good,
right.
Ed. We finally, I think we got you on here with no problems at all. Look at this.
I
How
don't jinx
about
us now,
that?
man.
You know why? Because I clicked off the show like 6 minutes before this introduction.
Okay.
I had some stuff going on. You know, I told you earlier today that tomorrow I'm scheduled to go to the dedication of Peter Falk's star on the Walk of Fame.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That Joe Mantegna, a good friend of mine since 1972, was kind of the point guard on the whole thing because they were good friends.
Joe Montana's on Criminal Minds right now, right?
Right, Joe Mantegna's.
He's also on The Simpsons, Fat Tony, and Godfather 3, all kinds of things.
Right, all kinds of things. He won his Tony for Best Actor. You're seeing this on call because the show group find out what it's all about. Don't show again. Close. I'm just going to close this window. He got his Tony for playing Tony Roma in Glengarry Glen Ross on Broadway. I saw him do that, and the rest is history. You know, so Joe's on a good roll, and he's got this star on the Walk of Fame, and I wanted to be there, and I don't know if he's going to involve me at all.
Oh.
But then I just got a call that I have an audition tomorrow at about the same time for a 4-day job to play a uniformed cop in a new series. So my agent is trying to work it out, and I said that I'd be turning my cell phone off. And so
I don't want to get you, if you got to keep it on, you got to, run away for 5 minutes or something. That's perfectly okay,
Yeah.
Ed. I don't want you to miss out on something like that.
All right, I won't turn it off yet. I won't
Okay.
put it on vibrate yet. We'll see, we'll see what happens.
All right, no problem.
Look, you can keep your phone on. Believe me. The last time I had a phone call when we were on the show, John actually encouraged me to answer it. All right.
You thought that might be entertaining, huh?
Exactly. It's free and loose, Ed. That's how we do. Let it all hang out, man.
We were all just
So,
well, I started taking notes on what you were talking about earlier until all this hit the fan.
Aw.
I love the cartoon versions of the two of you guys that were at the top of this show.
that's great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. And comics are good. Comics are good medicine. That
That's
was
good medicine for me. That's what works for me. I don't know if it works for everybody.
No, I agree. And I liked that. I liked that comment enough to write it down. And it teaches a lot of kids how to read. A lot of kids are just into picture books.
Yeah.
Until they want to find out what their hero is saying.
Right.
And now I got a text message. So let me see. Let me just see if this is of any entertainment.
Okay.
Well, let me just, yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Well, you're checking your text message. Any kid can, you can watch Superman, saving people, but it's a lot better when you know exactly what's going on. Like, you see him standing next to this bald guy going, "No, Luthor, I won't let you irradiate the city," or something stupid like that. But the kid doesn't know what's going on. But I have to wonder also if they're making up their own story, like, "No, Luthor, I won't let you steal all of their cookies."
Well, that's part of it. You got to use your imagination a little bit. You come up with the voice for the characters, the sound effects. Like there's certain things like that. It's always been fun for me.
Yeah.
It's like reading a book, basically.
Yeah, I was around when DC Comics were new. Well,
You should have bought them all, man.
huh?
You should have bought them all. You saved them and.
I should have bought them, saved them, kept them in the plastic. I'd
Oh
be
yeah,
rich.
jeez. Oh yeah.
I was getting DC Comics. My sisters were getting Archie comics.
Yeah, oh, man. A friend of mine
Yeah.
loves Archie.
And I remember when Marvel came out,
Wow.
when they were new, and I thought, how dare they infringe on the whole DC thing, I mean, we had Superman, Batman, Captain America, I think was DC, I think.
Captain America's Marvel.
Captain America's Marvel?
Yeah, originally I think he was not. He goes way back. He goes before before Marvel Comics existed.
Like Marvel bought him or something, or acquired him?
Yeah, they acquired because he's from the World War II.
Well, who had Sergeant Rock?
I think it's DC. I don't know exactly.
Are you thinking of Sergeant Fury?
Nick Fury's
What?
Marvel.
Yeah, there was a Sergeant Rock, but might have been some independent comic company. I don't know.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're going back to, days of comics. And And OJ, I gotta give you credit. You know, you did a great job. John showed me the clip of the what you did in Dallas.
Oh,
And,
thanks. No,
you know, if you hadn't taken stage and drawn attention to that screen, I don't think you'd have had any of the audience that you had. You know,
Did a good job.
thank you. I mean, it was John's writing and the video behind really kept people. You know, it was the writing was the main thing.
All right,
I mean,
John,
I just said
you
the
don't have to give me
words.
credit.
What?
Just take your compliments.
Okay, I'll take them.
it was good editing. John did a great job too. He edited, you know, your first what was that, 6 episodes?
Yeah, it was kind of a a little description of what get you caught up and get ready for the next one. Basically,
It's
was
fun, yeah,
what
exactly.
I did there.
So you know, you did what you could.
Right.
And did you guys talk about Comic-Con that was going on here in San Diego? Because I was wondering, should I have been down there, like sitting in a lawn chair with with like 500 Malfurion Storm Rage photos and a Pentel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I think people, there's all these conventions all over the place now. I think people would definitely be into something like that.
Is that a crossover audience, Comic-Con and
Yeah.
BlizzCon, and do Comic-Con people do interactive video games?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, those people, it's a lot of the same audience, I think.
yeah. I mean, BlizzCon's going to have a bajillion more people, but in that, who are like definitely Blizzard fans. But I think when I managed to go to Comic-Con, I think 3 or 4 years ago in San Diego, and there was definitely a dude walking around with his girlfriend dressed as a succubus pet from World of Warcraft. So
Okay.
there were definitely some.
boy.
Well,
World
if you
of
got
Warcraft
something
fans
to
wandering
spend, why
around.
not walk around with her? I can't blame them.
Yeah, there you go.
And that wasn't the weirdest person I saw in San Diego that time. There was
Yeah, I mean, if
definitely someone bigger.
John here knows all about the conventions and stuff, so I think you should definitely tell Ed about something if you know something over there, John.
I mean, I've only been doing stuff with like the artists and whatnot, but
Yeah.
I can see if anyone I know has information about like getting a table or a booth or something. I hear they're really, really expensive to get in, but maybe if there's
I
gotta
wasn't
be some
thinking of a
reserve
table
there.
or booth. I was thinking of a lawn chair.
Okay.
Well, that might get you kicked out, but I think maybe even if you contact some of these conventions,
Well, that'd get me kicked out. Like a little sign around my neck, that
all right,
says
you could probably do that.
Oh,
Malfurion Storm Rage, and the,
Well, some of these conventions, though, if you contact them and let them know you want to come, they might even help you out, put you up and stuff,
Yeah.
and have you as
Yeah.
a featured person. So you might, I just want to find out who's running it and throw them a message and everything. So we'll be on the lookout for you. If we see something good for you, maybe we'll let you know about it.
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, I
Okay.
think if you, I know that they sometimes have issues if someone walks around because they want everybody who's like giving stuff out and promoting themselves, they want their money. Like Comic-Con wants as much money from people who are going to be presenting there as they can get, but if you talk with them, you might be able to work something out. Definitely, who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you heard Letterman. I don't know if it was Letterman or Leno or Jimmy Fallon who said, "Yeah, I tried to get into Comic-Con, but I was detained because I had a wife and a job."
Honestly,
So they
Well-
wouldn't let me in. So they wouldn't let me in.
Yes. Well, that happens. Yes.
Pretty harsh joke, I know.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, honestly though, trying to get to Comic-Con, all jokes aside, the last few times I've tried, it's been a nightmare. The website catches on fire. Everyone's trying to hit it at once. It sells out in 3 hours at most.
Really.
It's pretty out of
it's
control.
absurd.
I know people waited to get into those. We were talking about the panels earlier for like Marvel, DC. People waited
Really?
like days, all night to
Yeah.
get in there to
It's-
find
it's-
out about a
it's-
movie that comes out 2 years from now. It's pretty
ridiculous.
It's pretty insane. So, Ed, you were talking about auditions. You might have an audition tomorrow. But I
Yeah.
wanted to talk to you today about the audition process and
About the audition process.
if you have
yeah,
some
that
stories
came up.
maybe about auditions you've been on, and crazy stuff that's happened, whatever. So.
Well, people treat auditions different ways. Some people think, I tend to think of an audition as a sort of flash dance. Because you're given 2 minutes. Because my background is in my first 20 years were in New York, and they give you if you're a union actor, you're given 2 minutes. You can get online with 400-600 actors, and they have to guarantee you 2 minutes. So in those 2 minutes, you got to impress people who have been watching people all day long.
Oh,
2 minutes
man.
after 2 minutes after 2 minutes. So you got to, so. But some people treat auditions like, no, it's casual. Like, what is this for? Oh, uh-huh. Oh, okay, let me give you a taste of this. And that gives them the space to imbue you with the way they are seeing the character. So you either, it's a difference between really going for it or not. Or being like so above it in a way, aloof. Because no one likes someone who's desperate, who comes in costume, like I sometimes do. I sometimes go so full costume. I had an audition for Toyota as a Grim Reaper recently, and I had a cowl, I had fangs, I blackened my face and my eyes, and I even made a sigh for myself. The other actors were looking at me like, "Oh man, that is sad." That is sad, but I thought, no, if this is what I see the Grim Reaper being, I did a little Google research. I looked at images for the Grim Reaper. I went in as the Grim Reaper. That one did not pan out.
So it kind of depends on what the person you're going in front of. If they might dig that you came like that, or they might turn them off. You don't know. Is that what you're saying?
You don't know.
You don't even know. There's no mathematical system to it.
You just have to kind of do what you
what
you think is appropriate and just go for it.
There's a story about Barbra Streisand auditioning for Funny Girl, and this was her major break. I mean, it started an unprecedented career, and her agent was telling the guys who were auditioning for this role of Fanny Brice, the lead girl, the funny girl, "Oh, you got to see this girl. You got to see this girl. I know she's late, but she's going to be here. I swear, because they were looking at Carol Channing, and they were, established comedic actresses, and so suddenly Barbra Streisand comes in with shopping bags. Sorry, I've been shopping. And I was late in the crosstown traffic, and then she did this improvisational thing that was very like Fanny Brice. But it was a singing audition, and so she gave the accompanist her music. I think, as I remember the story, it was My Man from Oliver. He started the song, she started singing the song. And Barbra Streisand, has always had one of the best instruments, for singing in the world. So she gets half or more than halfway through the song, and they're all riveted. And she says, "Oh, wait a minute. What am I, stupid?" She was chewing gum. Let me take the gum out. Takes the gum out and sticks it under her seat. Tells the guy, "Start over." And they start again. And she sings the song again. And she blows them away again. And she gets the part.
Huh.
But the punchline is that somebody who was watching that audition, for some reason, went up on the stage and felt under that seat, and there was no gum.
Well,
Don't.
So, I like the story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But it means that her intention was, I'm going to get him, I'm going to let him go, and I'm going to get him back again. I'm going to show them that I can do that. So
I'm just glad you didn't disrespect the chair.
Stick a piece of gum under the chair. I don't know. What are you going to do with it?
Right.
I'm going to remember this one, John. I'm going to use
See,
this.
I don't even know if it's a true story, but it's an audition story. Some people consider it a flash dance. Show them my best in as short a time as I can. My first major audition was for Godspell, and it was a sing first audition. I must have told you this story. You guys have to tell me if this rings a bell and stop me.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I hate sing first auditions because I'm not a singer. I'm an actor singer, not a singer actor.
Oh.
But you had to sing first, and so my first song was Daisy from 2001 as Hal the computer sang it.
Wow.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy over the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford your carriage. You look sweet upon the sheet of a bicycle. Fuck you.
Wow.
And they said,
Oh
well, this, we wanted you to prepare a ballad in an up tempo. Could we hear your up tempo? And I said, that was my up tempo. So I sang another song from them, something from The Point by Harry Nilsson, about the history of a teardrop. When I was lying on my back on the stage with a black balloon on my face, and they said, cut, come down here. So, we like your shtick, but we need to know that you really can sing. So come in on Thursday, sing Yesterday by the Beatles in the key that it was written.
Wow.
And here's a parable, and you can get all the shtick out of your system with this parable of the Good Samaritan. So on Thursday, I came back and I sang Yesterday as best I could, and I did this parable, and they said, we're gonna put you in a company that is musically strong, so that because singing isn't your strength, but we like your energy, and so about a month later, they cast me in Chicago, and that's where I met Joe Mantegna.
Oh, okay. Wow. There you go.
He was playing Judas. I was understudy for all the men, so I understudied him and the other four guys, and I worked it for a year that way, and then eventually I took over that role of Judas and went on for another 3.5 years doing Godspell, and
so if you didn't come in with the shtick in the first place, that's what pretty much helped you out in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, there was a saying.
You stuck out.
Yeah, stuck out. There's a saying that it's better to be remembered than good.
Wow. Oh, jeez. That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down. That's my
Yeah, seriously.
Remember that guy who did the thing? Let's have him back. I mean, let's just have him back for the hell of it. It was fun to watch. So that's audition stories.
So did they ever ask you to do anything weird for an audition? Like you went to an audition, it was just not normal?
Well, they asked me to strip once for an audition.
Ow!
What are you auditioning for there, Ed? What kind of a role is this?
It was in the trades. It was in
What kind of movie
Showbiz
is this?
magazine. It was in the mid-'70s. It was before XXX. So it was just X.
They just got to X at that point.
They didn't. Yeah, it was simulated sex.
Right.
But there was no indication that it was any kind of an adult film. So I just went to it, and when they asked me to strip, I thought, well, if this is important to the role, I guess I will, and I did. And then they asked me to hug this woman. I realized, wait a minute, what am I getting into here? What is this? And they said, well, don't you know? This was at a call back then, and I said, no, I didn't know this was an adult film. I can't do this. I'm shooting for this legitimate career over here. If I do, and I used the word legitimate, and they got pissed. They got pissed.
Yeah.
So
it's not good.
That's not good.
So get out of here.
They're good people too. I've met some adult film actors since I've been in LA, and they're a fun-loving group. Of course they are.
I would hope so.
That
wouldn't be really work out. Like a very depressed and down porn star. I don't know if that would.
Oh, dude, that's just the saddest
thought
thought
ever. I don't know if
ever.
people want to see that. That's all I'm saying.
No, that is depressing. Now I'm sad.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. OJ, pick up your spirits.
There you go.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
So as usual, I can see OJ and I can't see John.
Yeah, I'm hidden in the shadows there.
Yeah.
But I can see the picture of the two of you, and you've got your usual cap on, with and what is that called when you roll the what's that called, the visor part of it, the brim.
Brim of the hat.
Yeah.
When you roll it tight, it's like a duck bill, or
Okay.
Is that
So it's not flat, right?
Yeah, is that called something when you do that?
I don't know exactly. Probably.
Yeah. I've never wondered about that actually.
So,
And I never do that. I never did that to my hats.
It was watching some of your the clips that you sent me that I noticed that you guys. Well, OJ's not wearing a hat today. You usually don't, because he's got that ponytail. What would he do with it?
right.
Well, I mean, I could wrap it on top of the hat, I guess. I mean, I could stick it under my headphones. There we go.
And John's always got his cap on.
Yeah.
So that gave me the idea to bring out hats.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna maximize this window so I can see better.
Let's see this. Yeah.
Because I have this little commercial wardrobe, and I realized there was one point I remember talking to you about hats and shoes being the two most important costume parts to actors. Because the hat is it tells you who the guy is. The hat is your identity. The shoes connect you to the earth.
Huh.
They impact the way you walk, how you walk, whether they have heels, whether they have soft soles, hard soles, whether they're Velcro or lace up or whatever.
Very, very expensive or cheap, fall
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah, shoes are very important
Shined.
for the inner life, for the way you're connected to the earth. But hats define who you are. The easiest example, of course, and the one we can get out of the way right off the bat, is this hat that I wear when I do Abe Lincoln. And this stovepipe hat somehow is so connected to Lincoln. You don't need the beard, you don't need the mole, you don't need any other outfit. But you're walking through an airport, and that's the only way I can travel with this hat. Is just to wear it.
Right.
It's too big.
Because otherwise I got to check baggage.
The hat is your carry-on. Just put all your clothes in it. It could fit.
Yeah, no, I just go carry on. I have a garment bag that has the whole costume in it, with a zip on the side, with some hand props, and a valise, and it's just carry on. If I had to check the hat, it'd be extra, and I'd be at this carousel. So, but it's amazing how all you need is this hat, and people say, "Hi, Abe."
Yeah, they're all nice. I mean, I'll admit, I wore a Shaggy costume, like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, to an airport once. That was fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I would imagine you'd either, get a lot of attention or arrested.
You should have been arrested. I don't know exactly what happened, but
I
that's
think I wore the Mario costume once too, actually. The following year.
what should have happened.
come
I've
on.
got one cap. I've got one cap that does have this front rolled. I wear this for like blue collar stuff.
Right.
It just says choppers on it,
Oh, Orange County Choppers, right?
Yeah.
That's the logo on that. Yep.
And I have one other cap
Okay.
that I ever wear, and that's my Liar Liar cap.
You were the mechanic in Liar Liar, right?
I was the mechanic in Liar Liar. I wore this for a while because the show was popular. The movie was, it was still running, and so I'd wear this around, and people say, "Hey, were you in that?" And so that was good for just publicity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got this concho.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you look a little dangerous, Ed. A little scary looking.
That's the idea, partner.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, this is a Minnetonka,
Okay.
a genuine leather. I bought this in New Mexico. And it's pretty serious cowboy hat. But the cowboy hat that I prefer is this one.
Huh.
I like this one because this one I can wear this walking around the streets of LA just on a sunny day.
Okay.
Yeah, it keeps the sun out of your eyes pretty well, huh?
Because it keeps the sun out, and it's kind of upbeat, with the turquoise. So yeah, I got this hat that hangs around. Now here's a cap that's probably spent more time on stage than some people have been alive. Here's my cap. I like the fact that the rim is broken.
Yeah.
And that it is so beat up. And this is for just about any Clifford Odets play or Tennessee Williams or William Inge.
Yeah, I wore a hat like that for Waiting for Lefty.
Waiting for Lefty is the perfect example.
Yeah.
Put this on with a leather jacket and you're ready for the 30s.
So you actually wear different hats too on these auditions?
Well, if I've got one that fits.
If it fits, so you'll pop one of these on.
Yeah.
Wow.
My very favorite hat, and I don't get to wear it often, is this fedora.
Gangster.
Or a private detective.
This was given me by a good friend of mine in West Virginia whose grandfather had it. So this is an old hat. And I don't like to abuse it, so I don't wear it often.
Right.
This is a Hallmark cap.
That's beautiful. Can you even get stuff like that anymore? Is that even done?
I don't think you can get this one anymore.
That's something people would wear everyday life. They throw something on like that, go out,
go figure.
go to work.
But if you watch movies from the 40s or earlier. It was only in the late 40s that people stopped wearing hats. But if you watch movies from the 40s, almost everyone wears a hat. And women. Everybody's got a hat on.
Just the style. Yeah, what's
It's
going
just
on?
the style.
Just the style.
Yeah, people wore hats, and it defined them. And so what about? I got one left. I've got one, and I don't even know that I would call it a hat.
Uh-oh, what's this going to be?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh no, what is this? What the?
This is more of a headdress.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did this come about?
Well, I've had this for a long time. I've had this since a Halloween costume party when I went as Rudolph Valentino from The Chic. And my wife at the time went as a flapper. It was a silent movie theme. But I kept the costume, and I have had occasion to bring it out, or parts of it. Not so much this, but the rest of the costume can translate into pirate or other things, It's just part of the commercial, clothes that you have, in your closet. I got a little blue jacket if I need to be a doctor. I've got a prison uniform jumpsuit.
Where'd you get that, Ed? Is that real? Was that given to you?
No, that was something that we made for my stage adaptation of A Clockwork Orange when Alex was.
Wow. I'd love to see that. That's something I'd definitely like to check out.
Yeah. There are some weird clothes in there. That's all. And speaking of weird clothes now, yeah. Anyway,
so what advice do you have for someone they're going on these auditions? If you just give them a quick summarization, a little advice for people going out and doing this stuff.
Going on an audition.
Yeah.
What I used to do is rent a room at Harlequin Studios for 2 hours. This was in New York. It cost I think $4 an hour to rent a room. And the room had nothing but a mirror in it. Yeah. And I would go there just because there was nothing else to do but rehearse. Nothing else to do but prepare. And with the big mirror there, it was like a dance room. Most of the time people would use it to practice dance. I would just go there to practice an audition. And I would try to work up my little flash dance. I would try to find levels. I like to think that I move well, so I would try to find a way to kneel at a point, or stand, or just find different levels. Here's a good piece of advice for auditions, I think, is to pick a character that you like from literature, and turn it into a monologue.
Okay.
Because then you won't be doing, if you're doing Willie Loman from A Death of a Salesman, you know they've heard it before. But if you've picked something that you don't think anyone's heard before, it's an easier way to be remembered.
Be remembered. That's the theme here.
Yeah.
So
Seems
do you pick an actual monologue they made during the work, or like for one of these characters from like some book or something you read, or do you make it up, like just and think what they would have said?
Oh, you could make it up if you want, but one of my first audition pieces was from A Clockwork Orange, and it was Alex being strapped into the chair.
Wow.
Oh man.
You know, because that had been done on stage, and I thought, so. And then I found I was strapping my rookers to the chair arms, and my noggers were like stuck to a footrest. Seemed a bit bazoomy to me, but I let them get on with what they wanted to get on with. If I was to be a free young Malchik again in a fortnight, I would put up with much in the meantime, etc. And by the end, you're screaming, "Stop the film! I can't stand anymore!"
That's the magic right there.
Yeah, you try to, try to find something that has a build in it, that shows different colors,
Different emotions in the piece.
See if you can make them laugh and cry and keep them on the edge of their seat. That's it in a nutshell. Laugh.
Better to be remembered than good.
Yeah.
That's an excellent quote. I'm gonna put that to
Gives me hope. Definitely gives me hope. I guess I mean, maybe not as much, but that probably applies for job interviews and stuff as well, too. I mean, being good helps, but if they remember you, that helps also.
Well, job interview's a little more mechanical, I think. You want to,
but still,
prove that you're,
you want to be good, but if you can be good and remembered, that's the key.
Right. There you go.
Yep.
Well, that's excellent advice. I think there's a lot of wealth of knowledge in everything you just said there.
And
I love when you start going into a character or something. There's like a magic to that. It's awesome stuff, man. So,
yeah, and we get to watch it happen.
Yes.
Hats help, shoes help. Being original, finding something that's your own, making something your own. That's important. Put a new spin on it.
Knock their socks off.
Well, then they won't have their shoes.
All right. There we go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be such a heel there.
Ed, something everybody looks forward to every time you come on this program. You always play a great song for us or a little piece of something. I know everyone's hoping you got something for us today. If you don't mind, do you have a little something for us?
I have a little something for you, and I was on the fence about this because I don't know the whole song yet.
Okay.
This is a work in progress.
All right.
But again, we're talking about auditions and making something your own and taking your time to
Make
figure
art.
it out.
Make an art. Make it mean something.
And I also wanted to do something that was a little bit more contemporary than the things I've been doing, for you. Something that's a little more in touch with, like, what I think of your viewership, basically being younger than.
Our viewership is mostly middle-aged women, Ed. I don't know if you knew that.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
John is
No, it's not true.
insane.
All right.
So, I know about a third of this song, but since it is a rhapsody and is in parts like that, you can do it in pieces. And as I learn to make it my own, I'll come back and complete it for you. But forgive me for an abridged version of Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really mattered. Too late, my time has come, sends shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh, I don't wanna die. Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all. Carry on, as if nothing really mattered. Nothing really matters to me.
Yeah.
And for the rest of it, you really need Queen. You really need.
That was a huge portion of that, though. You really
Yeah,
did.
that's more than a third.
That was an awesome job, Ed. Everybody in the chat right now is singing along with you, typing out the lyrics and everything.
I was lip syncing out here.
That was incredible work right there.
I could see it. I could see it, OJ. I could see
No!
it singing.
I was hoping you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I was paying attention.
That was beautiful stuff, man.
You know, and I went online to look up Bohemian Rhapsody and the meaning of it, and there's quite a controversy about what it's about. And I won't get into it because apparently I was wrong. But it doesn't really matter much.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Why dig deeper into it?
I mean, the last line of the song is "Any way the wind blows." I mean, just go with it.
That's an awesome song. I mean, I can imagine like being around when that came out. We don't get stuff like that anymore. Just something that blows you away. Like wow,
Oh, Freddie Mercury was such a loss to the music world.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy had, I heard, a 5-octave range. What a singer!
Oh yeah.
What
5
5 octaves? Yeah, I don't know of anybody.
It's one of the best frontmen ever.
Yeah, one of the best performers.
Brian May on the guitar there. It's great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, Ed, thank you for coming on, man. It's like every time you come on, I feel like I'm kind of faltering. And then Ed comes in, he recharges me. He fills me up with Ed goodness, and I feel real, remotivated to get out there and improve my stuff, my craft, and it means a lot to all of us that you come on here, Ed.
It means a lot to me to have you, for you to have me on. I look forward to it every month.
I really appreciate it, sir.
Christine says hello, by the way.
Yes, Christine, we'd like to have her on again soon.
She knew I was going to be seeing you today, and wants to help out with the Ed Trotta fan club. So we got to get her on board.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to talk to her about that, and give her some access to it, and build it up a little bit even more than it is now. So if you want to check it out, it's the Ed Trotta fan club on Facebook, and every time Ed's on, I always put it in the description of the video, so you guys can click on that, take a look at it, and join. We're having a good time over there. So good things to come on there as well. So
yeah.
Ed, good luck with the audition tomorrow and everything.
Thanks. Yeah, who knows what I'll be doing and what time. I see my emails did go up, so maybe my agent had a window of opportunity for me to be able to go be this.
I see big things in your future, Ed. Just stick at it. I think you're going places, kid.
I'm going places. I'm saving it. Saving it for the end. Saving it for the end.
Oh, you're just getting started, man.
Just getting started.
You're just getting started, Ed.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thanks for having me. And good work in Dallas, and good luck with the show. And I'm looking forward to Schnoz-man and HolePunch next episode.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Big time.
All right, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a good night.
Well, Johnny,
It's so nice having Ed on the show.
it's mostly done for me. I mean, I know everyone else enjoys it, but I think I enjoy it more than anybody. I think so. It's a great time, man.
Oh man, and the thing is, we learned again. Another Ed comes on the show, and we learned something important about life, auditions, and interviews, and everything.
There you go. I want to see you go on some auditions someday.
Oh boy.
I think it'd be a nice experiment. We'll film the whole thing. We'll bring you down. We'll film the whole thing. And
technically, I've done auditions before.
have you? What do you mean you've done auditions?
Well, when I was in a Chap's production of Waiting for Lefty, I had to audition for my part.
Yeah.
So I prepared a monologue from a very important drama. I prepared a monologue from JD from Scrubs. And I delivered, it was funny because I was helping people get called into the room. And I'm like, yo, I'm on call for work. I got to get home soon. Like, okay, fine. Call yourself into the room. And I go in there and they're looking at me funny like, wait, you're actually going to do something? Like, yes.
You didn't have to audition, but you did anyway.
I don't know. I think I did, but I don't. Either way, they just looked surprised when I pulled the chair over and said, okay, there's a doctor sitting in that chair. He inadvertently he lost 3 patients. And then I went into the monologue, talking to the chair.
See, that's wacky stuff. See, I'd like to be the guy behind the chair that judges the people when they come in. That's where I'd like to be sitting. And then OJ comes in and I go, oh, that's not correct. Look at this guy.
Aww.
But, good stuff, man. We had a fun show today. We'll be back next week. We're going to be getting you ready for Schnoz-man HolePunch episode number 7, which is on August 4th.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, is that a week after next?
It's a week from Sunday.
Holy monkeys dang.
I may be seeing Wolverine this weekend. Maybe I'll talk about that a little bit. Spoil it for OJ.
I'll spoil Pacific Rim, jerk. There's fighting.
You already saw it? You're going to see it?
I saw it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It was good.
All right. Well, I don't like your threats.
You should
And
see
that's
it.
it, my friends. Really enjoyed ourselves. And that's that. I recorded some music before the show today, which I may actually upload to YouTube. So if you're watching the YouTube version of this, look for that. Maybe a couple days or something. And that's that, man. So, as always, we try our best to give you good stuff. We love you. You're in our hearts forever. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being a part of JohnRamboPresents. And OJ's about to say something. What is it?
I just want to say thanks to our folks whose first time was tonight. I know at least one was gracious, and we had at least another one.
Welcome. Please come back. Hope you like what you saw. If you didn't, we'll try to get better for you. We'll try to let us know what was bad, and we'll try to improve it to the best of our ability. If it's our physical looks, we can't really do much about that. But if it's something else tangible, then we can maybe work on it.
Wow, I completely misheard you for a second.
Yeah, what?
And I thought you asked people to send us videos of them doing like a fake job interview.
What?
For us to grade them. That's what I heard in my head. I don't know why.
How is that even possible?
I have no idea.
All right, guys, we thank you. We'll talk to you later. This is JohnRamboPresents, the very best at free and optional entertainment. You know it. I know it. OJ knows it. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.